Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Wednesday, December 2nd. Hope you're having a great day. Hope Monday and Tuesday have treated you well so far this week. Happy hump day. Guys, our warm-up today, we've been rolling with this gymnastics warm-up pretty consistently over the last however many weeks. I can't even keep track anymore. We're still rolling with that. We're going to continue rolling with it because it's a great way to get us some exposure to these body weight movements without just overtaxing them, which is not real hard to do. Not real easy to do anyway. Starting out with dynamic range of motion, as we always do. Then we're going to hit a 10-minute AMRAP, like we have done, of a 30-second hollow hold. So guys, these hollow holds. We get on our back. Oh, I'm so sore from toes to bar. Point your toes, shoulders off the ground. Our lower back, hips are going to be the only thing on the ground here, okay? We don't need our feet super high up. They're going to be kind of in, say, a 12 to 18-inch position above with the arms here. Nice hollow position. Followed by 3 freestanding handstand kick-ups. I would like you to practice these in your space or not against a wall today, okay? Start getting comfortable being in an area where the wall isn't going to catch you. Now, that doesn't mean you have to kick up like you normally do onto a wall, but I'd like you to start getting more comfortable kicking up in a free area without the support of the wall, the comfort of the wall behind you. And then we're going to hit a max effort freestanding handstand hold. A couple of options here. Now, you can go over to the wall if you'd like, or you can do it in your space or your garage space if you have one. And try to hold your position. For those of us that have been working on these handstand holds, now's the time to test it. How hard or how long can you hold it? 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds? Great. Our focus here is to learn where we're losing our balance on these holds. If you're kicking up against the wall, that's totally cool. I want you to maybe pull a foot off or try pulling both feet off and getting some stability, not leveraging yourself against the wall. An added difficulty is if you make yourself perpendicular to the wall and then balance with one leg against the wall. Now that's an upper level movement. To your comfort on that, you can do the same thing by kicking up against the wall and then trying to pull your feet off. Cool? That would be facing out, not facing towards the wall. That's going to be kind of difficult because if you go too far, you're going to flip and then possibly hit your head against the wall. So be smart with this. And then we're going to do 10 shoulder taps. You can do them on the wall, right, in that position. Kick back up. If you can't quite get here, you can try across. That makes it a little bit easier because it's not the full distance, okay? Or let's just get comfortable maybe just moving your arms a little bit, taking those hands off the ground just a hair. It doesn't have to be a full shoulder tap. Or you can go off the box, a pike off the box with your feet on the box, butt as high as it goes, and your back as straight up as possible, touching your shoulders. Cool. All right, that was a long explanation of the warm-up. Hope you understand it. Then we're going to hit every 1.5 minutes for 10 rounds. Okay, every 1.5 minutes for 10 rounds. This is 15 minutes total. 5 deadlifts at body weight. And then 5 handstand push-ups. Something I want you to understand here. The deadlift weight's not supposed to be super heavy because it's at body weight. Majority of us can move that weight fairly comfortably. And if not, try to get as close as possible. You do have some options for this. If you want to do body weight, but you know 5 reps is a little much, maybe cut it down to 3. That way you're pushing that body weight number, just not in the volume that you may not be able to handle. Okay? If not, it shouldn't feel overly heavy. So if you know body weight's heavy for you, don't do it. Start at like 3/4 body weight or even half body weight. Okay, so the goal here is to move quickly through these. You should be able to stand it up pretty easily, touch and go with it, keeping solid form. It shouldn't be that taxing. Okay, so keep that in mind. Followed by 5 handstand push-ups. So we've been working on that gymnastics warm-up piece specifically to get ready for these handstand push-ups. This is 50 total. So the first few rounds may not feel that difficult, but the focus here is the handstand push-ups. The deadlift will jack up our heart rate a little bit to work on this movement that's generally difficult for folks when they start getting tired, okay? So that's our goal. Again, cut these reps down if you need to. If you know 50 is going to be a lot over time, maybe you just do 2 or 3. And if not, maybe you start with 5 and then start whittling them down as you go along until you can handle them. If you break, it's not a big deal. We're practicing these. Shouldn't be unbroken. You shouldn't have to worry about that. If you have to do them in singles, that's fine. You have a minute and a half to get through them. Just know that the further across that minute and a half that it goes, the more difficult they're going to be in the long run because you're not getting time to recover from them. Okay, so maybe you give yourself a cut point on getting through all this work. I think for the most part it's going to take 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how often you're having to break on the handstand push-ups, if at all. For some of us, it's going to be like 20 seconds, right? Move through it pretty quick. The sub for the handstand push-ups today is a strict press, a strict seated press. Since we're using barbells on the dumbbell or for the deadlifts, I would prefer dumbbell press, a seated dumbbell press in that position. Again, I've made notes about this. Here, if you have a hard time getting into a good press position with your feet straight out, go ahead and take a seat on your box, and let's take the flexibility piece out of it so you can get some solid pressing in, okay? That way we have enough bars to go around, and we're not using 2 bars per station. Cool? Then once we're done with that, y'all, we're going to hit a cool down, 2.5-minute lizard stretch on each side. Get those hips nice and stretched out before we get on with our day or end our day. And of course, hope you're utilizing the ClassWOD. I hope you have a great Wednesday. Happy hump day. We'll catch you tomorrow. Looking forward to it, and we'll see you then.